Most people think confidence comes with just how you look, which yes, that is part of the equation, but it's not the full equation. Confidence comes from doing the things it is that you say you're going to do, and that is why I believe following a nutrition and training program forces you to do so. First things first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Alfonso Lopez. I've lost over 100 pounds, competed in a bodybuilding show, have worked in different various businesses within the fitness space, and even own my own business called Let's Work, where we help men and women become the best version of themselves through health and fitness. What I wanted to touch on today's video is talking about confidence and belief in yourself, and how I believe following a nutrition and training program will allow you to feel more confidence and belief within yourself, which I think is something that a lot of people are lacking. And I know I've gone through phases of my life lacking it as well. A majority of people, unfortunately, in today's society, I like to call they are drifting, right? Napoleon Hill has this really good book called Outwitting the Devil, which I would highly recommend that people read. Also, not even just read, but listen to the audiobook. It's probably the only book that I would ever recommend where I'd prefer someone to listen to the audiobook compared to just reading the book, because it's an actual conversation that Napoleon Hill is having with his opposition, which is going to be the devil. And I know it sounds a little out there, but I promise you it's a really good book. But in this book, it talks about how a lot of people are drifting, and it is something that I notice as well when it comes to people, especially my age, in their later 20s, early 30s, people that, are kind of over the hump, where they're just kind of drifting through life. And I think a big reason why people are drifting through life is because they don't have a lot of confidence and belief in themselves. Because when you feel good about you, right, you more than likely take more risks, you do more things, you take more chances, you just do the things it is that you want to do without second guessing or hesitating yourself, right? And I think the way that we got here is that a lot of people don't have any checkpoints throughout the day. They don't do anything that it is that they say they're going to do. They don't have a morning routine. They don't have a nightly routine. They don't have a lunch routine. They just kind of go with wherever the day takes them, right? They're just wandering. What they're going to eat for lunch, what they're going to eat for breakfast, they may or may not work out, after they get off work, right? They're just mindlessly drifting throughout the day. And unfortunately, this is, like I said, a lot of people in today's society. But imagine if you decided for one day you were going to do everything that it is that you say you're going to do in the form of just nutrition and training, right? Let's say you're like, okay, I'm tired of carrying this excess 20 to 30 pounds. I'm tired of not feeling good about myself. I'm tired of not having confidence and belief. And you decide, hey, I'm gonna follow a nutrition and training program to help me get back on track. It's like, imagine on day one, right? You had 4 meals that you're supposed to hit in a 45-minute workout, a 30 to 45-minute workout at most, and drink a gallon of water, right? So let's say the day comes, right? You hit your breakfast. You're like, cool, I got the first task done. You hit your lunch. Cool, I got the second task I needed done. Cool, I'm gonna have my pre-workout meal around 4 p.m. Cool, I got that done. Cool, I'm gonna hit my workout. Cool, that's done. And then bam, I have my final meal and I finish up my gallon of water. It's like, how much better would that make you feel? You would probably feel really good about yourself, right? A little bit different, right? Because you haven't followed through on anything in such a long time that you finally went a full day of doing what it is that you say you're going to do, which now makes you feel better. Yes, physically, there's probably not going to be any changes at all. You may wake up the next day 2 pounds heavier or a pound lighter, who knows, right? But internally, you're like, okay, cool, I can kind of trust myself to do something, right? Now imagine if you did that for 7 days straight. How would that make you feel? You would probably feel pretty good, right? Like the people that I work with, we do this thing called a 7-day blitz, where for 7 days, we're just on plan. We don't deviate for 7 days, we just follow up for 7 days. Why? Because we're trying to build that confidence and belief in ourselves. Now granted, the scale in the pictures may not reflect a whole lot, but if you do something for 7 days straight and you haven't been able to do anything for 7 months straight, or you haven't done anything for the past 7, 8, 9, maybe even year, it's like you're gonna feel pretty good about yourself. Now imagine if you went 14 days. Imagine if you went 21 days. Imagine if you went a full month. How would that make you feel? You would probably feel really good about yourself. Even though externally, right, you may have lost 5 to 10 pounds, which I will say is a pretty, another win in your book, but internally you feel like you lost 20 to 30. Why? Because you actually know that you can do the things it is that you say you're going to do and stick with it, right? Now imagine if you did that for 3 months. Imagine if you did that for 6 months. Imagine if you did that for a year. Your life will look drastically different, not just physically and how you look externally and the clothes that you wear and the things that you do, but how you feel internally, because you decided to build confidence and belief in yourself by following a nutrition and training program, right? I understand people might be thinking to themselves like, Alfonso, like, is this really gonna make me like feel good about myself? It's like, yeah, it is, because not only are you working on yourself internally by following through on your word and doing the things it is that you say you're going to do, eventually the internal is going to reflect the external, right? Which is like icing on the cake. It's like adding the cherry on top, where it's like, man, not only do I feel good about myself internally, but externally I look and feel better as well. And then it's gonna have that light bulb moment where it's like, holy shit, like, I can do anything now, right? Like, I made this point in a previous video, but whenever I had lost 100 pounds, I lost 20 pounds, I lost 40 pounds, I lost 60 pounds, I lost 80 pounds, right? You think after losing 80 pounds that it would click in my head that I was a different person, even though like as well, like I was wearing different clothes and like fitting better clothes. It didn't click until I hit 197 pounds on the scale after going from 300 to 197. And it took, you know, a little bit longer period of time, but once that light bulb went off in my head, I was like, oh, like the external finally reflects the internal. It's like, now I can do anything. And I think, you know, where we're at in society is that unfortunately we just have a lot of people who don't have any belief and confidence about themselves. And because of that, they don't go after the things it is that they do. They don't do the things it is that they want to do with their life. They don't become the person it is that they're meant to be, right? And because of that as well, it's like they just straight up settle. They drift through life, no goals, aimlessly, watching football all weekend, which, not hating on people that watch football, man, but it's like, listen, what's more important? Watching the football game or becoming the person it is that you were destined to be? And that is why I believe in my heart following a nutrition and training program allows you to do so, because it builds confidence and trust in yourself. I literally was talking to a guy earlier today, was like, man, I just don't know if I can follow through on stuff. And I was like, hey man, I get that. We've all been there, right? It's like, let's say you follow through on this for 7 days, how are you gonna feel? He's like, man, I probably feel pretty good. 21 days, 6 months, you get the picture, right? So that is why I truly do believe that following a nutrition and training program will allow you to build confidence and belief in yourself like you never have before. It is what allowed me to build confidence and belief in myself to lose 100 pounds, compete in a bodybuilding show, start the businesses that I have, and to take the risks that I have. And even shooting this video today, that is what has allowed me to do so, was that I could trust myself and my word by doing the things it is that I'm saying I'm going to do. And that all started with my health and fitness. There's a really good quote, I believe, by Bedros Keuilian, who goes, health and fitness is the gateway drug to all the things that it is that you want to do in your life. It's not a bad drug, it's a great drug, because it opens up the doors for you, because you feel better about you. And because you feel better about you internally, that starts to reflect externally. So my challenge today for you is, pick something that you can do for the next 7 days, right? It can literally be anything. The next 7 days, like, hey, I'm gonna walk my dog every single day for 20 minutes outside. I'm gonna read 10 pages. I'm gonna drink a gallon of water. I'm gonna follow a nutrition plan. Whatever it is that you can think of that you know you can do, it may challenge you just a little bit. We're not looking for a drastic challenge, just a small one, but that you know you can do and you can stick with, right? Drop it in the comments below. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do this for the next 7 days. I'm lacking confidence and belief in myself, which it's okay to do so, right? Like, I have to reevaluate myself and realign myself every so often. Even though I've done this path plenty of times, I just gotten better at the game of doing it. But drop it below. What is gonna be the thing that you do for the next 7 days? I'm excited to see everyone's comments, but please, if you're someone that is struggling with confidence and belief in yourself, do something about it. Life is too short to go along not having belief, not having confidence, and not doing the things it is that you say or that you actually want to do.